everybody! Today it is my intention to complete the Duck Detective, The Secret Salami. The tie is on, the sun is out, and I am completely clueless as to who is involved truly in this salami theft, illegal import, kidnapping case. But we're going to find out. Come on. Right, what was the final bit of info that we had in the last episode? This might be the final thing. We got into the safe. Can you imagine if I'm like 5 minutes from the end? Then what do I do with this video? Oh my god, we've even got all the evidence as well. Maybe I am really close to the end and there was no need for me to stop that last episode. Manfred kidnapped Sophie to make her stay quiet about Airbus illegally importing salamis. Manfred is the one that provides the salamis to Boris. Boris is the one that provides the salamis to the salami bandit. There is 3 or more things wrong with this. Just turn that down. Now, when I was editing, there was a couple of things I noticed, and I wanted to bring it up in this vid. So, I was like, whose phone is this? It's Margaret's, I think, because she was the one that said, I'm going to message her about the surprise, message Sophie about the birthday surprise. So, I think, yeah, it's Margaret, because she kept making age jokes. So it's Margaret. So that's Margaret, and then this is, Margaret, and then this is Sophie. KTS Enjoyer is Sophie. Margaret is almost dead. Are your parents still angry at you? And then she's like mumbling something. But why would Margaret be saying to Sophie, are your parents still angry with you? So was Sophie the one bringing it in?
The thing that bothered me in particular was there are still hidden things or areas I haven't accessed yet in this office.
Is there?
One is Manfred's secret compartment behind
I think this
his
is a
family's
glitch,
portrait.
because I've looked.
And also the server room.
I've been there.
Additionally, I should question suspects about Sophie's note.
I've done that.
That note on the safe had pairs of letters on it.
I've already done this.
I wonder if they're abbreviations for something. Haven't I seen them before? I should also look at previous deductions. But what could they mean in terms of numbers? What can I count here?
Yeah, the employees, there was...
Did I see any numbers around the office?
There was 2 customer service people, 1 operating officer and 4 bus drivers. It was 214. What's in this letter again? I wanted to look at this again.
It's a list of all the bus drivers. The most busy driver out of all 4 seems to be Petrovich.
Okay, because I was trying to work out where the other bit of information was for the 4 bus drivers. It's there. Maybe it is Sophie. If Margaret has messaged Sophie, we're assuming that's Margaret or Laura's phone. I think it's Margaret, because when she was doing the birthday surprise, she said she's going to message Sophie. Luckily, I saw the 4 parking spaces for the bus, so I was able to figure that out. There's nothing to speak to anyone about. I've got all the information. Let me just go in the server room one more time. The answer to everything's on people's computers, surely. Why can't I get...
Honestly, this is nicer than my apartment.
Okay, there's nothing important there. I can't remember what that was from before. Bear bus vouchers, 100 smark. So he's listing bus voucher tickets on eBay, but cheaper. Camera playback. So he's involved here. Right, let's try and figure this out. Manfred kidnapped Sophie to make him or her stay quiet about Sophie illegally importing salamis. No. Airbus. Sophie is the one that provides salamis to... I'm just gonna... I know this isn't the way you're supposed to do it, but I am. Okay, it's none of those options. Did Manfred... It's got to be Manfred that kidnapped Sophie, no? This is Laura. Can't be Laura. Margaret. Margaret's got to be involved to some degree, because I think that's her phone, and then she said, are your parents still angry with you? What does that mean? No, I think Manfred kidnapped Sophie. No, Rufus. Rufus kidnapped Sophie to make him/her stay quiet about the bear bus illegally important salamis. Illegally selling?
Detective work isn't easy. The thing that bothered me in particular was I need to analyze the letter in Manfred's safe carefully.
Okay.
I should also see if there is a connection in the office to what's going on in the server room. I need to have a look at people's PC screens again.
Look, there's the alien book here. So is this Rufus's office? No, Lisa, and they're saying, Dad, this is not Google. This has got to be Manfred, hasn't it? Plus, he would have access to the security cameras. He has the keys in his office. So this has to be Manfred's office. Manfred's server room, if you know what I mean. So let's walk out of here. Let's go to Manfred's office. I need to remember to use the keyboard. It's fucking hard to do it with a mouse. Dear Ingrid, I know I haven't been there for you and the kids recently, but things are looking up. I would love to take you on a romantic getaway to Hollandaise. Love, Manfred. Okay. Demands. Something employee of the month. TV in my room. Wait, Rufus got employee of the month. So did Rufus write this? TV in my room. Keep quiet about the thing. Is his office the server room? Because he came and spoke to us and said, what are you doing in there? I think that says make me employee of the month. TV in my room. There's now a TV in the server room, right? Keep quiet about the thing. Rufus kidnapped Sophie to make her stay quiet about Rufus, Manfred, Bearbus. Rufus is the one that provides the salamis to the salami bandit. I think Rufus is the one that's doing all the blackmailing, and he's threatening Manfred. Here's my thinking. Rufus is the problem here. I never trust him. He was actually my favourite at one point, but shush. Rufus kidnapped Sophie to make her stay quiet about Manfred illegally importing about can't be anything to do with the dating because it's like illegally or legally, so it has to be illegally importing vouchers. Could it be to do with selling the vouchers? Remember? On the eBay listing, Bearbus is the one that provides the vouchers to Rufus. Oh.
What do you think about this letter?
People don't know how to write letters by hand anymore. What's with the weird line breaks?
Okay, listen, I think the letter written to Sophie was in blue ink, right? Manfred kidnapped Sophie. He wrote the letter to Sophie to make... The letter that I think was written by Rufus is in black ink, and I think Manfred writes in blue. So I think Manfred kidnapped Sophie to make her stay quiet about Bearbus illegally importing salamis. Rufus is the one that provides the salamis to Bearbus, to Manfred. Unless it's not Rufus. Hang on. Maybe it's not Rufus. Is it Rufus? I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, detectives should never have allergies, man. I've got important deductions to do. That's Manfred's writing. Keep quiet about the thing. A TV in my room. Isn't the server room got a TV in it and that's Rufus's room? Let me have a looky. Let me waddle. Whose room is this then? I swear there's a TV in here. There is a TV. But whose room is this then? Unless this is Rufus's room, but this is nothing to do with the Salami situation. Oh my god, this is complicated. Unless it's Boris. Boris kidnapped Sophie to stay quiet about Bearbus illegally importing salamis. Boris is the one that provides salamis to Manfred. No, Manfred kidnapped Sophie. Boris. Help me. Manfred, it's got to be Manfred kidnapped Sophie, isn't it? Manfred kidnapped Sophie. It has to be. Manfred kidnapped Sophie to make him or her stay quiet about Boris illegally importing salamis. Boris is the one that provides the salamis to Bearbus. To Manfred. Sophie. To Bearbus. Oh! Manfred kidnapped Sophie to make her stay quiet about Bearbus. Manfred. Boris. Oh! Blackmailed. Listen, there was the letter. Are we assuming the letter was written by Rufus? I can't believe how stressed I am. Rufus blackmailed Manfred to make him stay quiet about Bearbus. Rufus. Rufus blackmailed Manfred. Yes, because the letter's in black ink, and I think he wrote that to Manfred because he said, "Make me employee of the month." And the employee of the month was Rufus. Yes, you can do this, right? Look at the characters, Claude. Look at the characters. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. Sophie is friends with Laura. Sophie was bonking with Boris. Rufus and Margaret were having a bonk as well, probably. Manfred's a miserable operating officer with 2 kids and a wife. Freddie's a nerd, but I think he's actually alright, even though he's the weirdest looking one. Laura's on the brink of having a coma. Rufus blackmailed Manfred to make him stay quiet about illegally selling vouchers. Rufus blackmailed Manfred to make him stay quiet about Rufus illegally selling vouchers. Margaret is the one that provides the vouchers to... Oh my god, I've done it.
So this is what Rufus and Margaret were doing with the vouchers. It might be illegal, but...
What?
This wasn't what I was here for.
There's more, okay?
I needed to catch the Salami bandit. I quickly needed to find out where Sophie was being kept.
Right.
I also couldn't let the Salami bandit get away with this.
No.
It was finally time to find out who was behind everything.
Okay. There's one more. Good. Sophie is at... something. Where's Sophie? We don't know who's kidnapped Sophie, do we? That wasn't part of anything. We just know she's been kidnapped. Which of you has done it? You fucking weird freaks. Which of you's done it? Well, we know Rufus and Margaret were selling the vouchers. Manfred's involved in this Salami scandal. Sophie is at Bearbus's station. She's not in one of the offices. We would have seen her, right? She's not in the safe. I would have seen her in the safe next to the keys. Under? Is she under the bus? Okay. Is she in a bus? Is she like the bag? Boris's station. Home? Oh, thank God. Under a bus. On a bus. In a bus? Fuck. Sophie is at Bearbus's office. In a bus. She's in one of the buses?
Oh my God! That's where she is being kept.
Oh, she's in a bus.
It's important that I stayed calm now.
Okay.
I couldn't alert the culprit, or all of this will have been for nothing.
I'm getting very warm.
I needed to first figure out who is behind everything, so I could confront them.
Okay. Have we got all the info, lad? Or let me just come out here and see if there's anything. You know, like things open up when you just get more of the map. You know, let me just go in here and see if anything's. You know, like somebody's got something else to say or something. Let me just. Oh God, is she in a bus? Sophie, I'm gonna come and help you, Sophie. Sophie, I promise. I'm gonna stand out in the rain and do my book. Who do I think at this point is the slut? It's either Rufus, Boris, or Manfred. Rufus is the Salami bandit because No, they wrote the letter to Sophie was in blue ink, right? Yeah, I'm not going to go back and look at the letter that had the like code in it, be quiet or else, was in blue. And Manfred writes in blue, Rufus writes in black. Did I do it?
Manfred is the Salami bandit.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Ironic that his handwritten note meant to frame Fredersen ended up incriminating Manfred instead.
Yeah.
Something was missing here.
Was it?
Who else was involved with this?
I mean, Sophie is missing.
I had collected everything I needed. I just had to organize my thoughts.
Right. Okay. Manfred is the Salami bandit's... Oh no, accomplice. Somebody... Rufus is the importing of the salamis. No, Rufus wouldn't be the one. Sophie was involved and Sophie was dating Boris. Is it Boris? Is it Laura all along? Is it Heart Attack Laura? I don't think these two are involved in this whole Salami thing because I think they're more involved with the vouchers and each other. I think they're very involved with each other. Freddie, bless him, I don't think he's involved at all. He's being framed completely. Laura, I don't think so. Sophie, if it was between Laura or Boris that Sophie's got involved, I don't think it's Boris. Don't think it's Laura, sorry. I think it would be Boris instead. Boris. Yes.
The Salami bandit wasn't working alone.
No.
It made sense for the bus driver to be involved.
Right. Okay. Now what? Oh my God. Sophie? No, the Salami bandits... Right. Boris is the Salami bandit's accomplice because he used to date Sophie, and the Salami bandit needed someone who could convince Manfred into helping. So the Salami bandit... I thought Boris was the accomplice of Manfred. Sophie is the Salami bandit's accomplice because she used to date Boris and needed someone who could convince... Sophie is the Salami bandit's accomplice because she used to date Boris and the Salami bandit needed someone who could convince Boris into helping. Thank God.
I couldn't believe Sophie managed to talk Boris into
Honestly,
this.
neither can I.
Aha! I had it all figured out now.
We had it all
It was time that I confront the culprits.
Alright.
But first, I had to free Sophie.
Okay, where is she? In the bus. She is in the bus. Oh my God.
Oh.
Sophie! What happened?
What's going on out here?
Oh, here comes everyone.
Why is everyone yelling?
This looks dramatic. It's kind of a long story.
And guess who deduced said long story? The one and only Duck Detective.
Read the room.
Yeah, thank
This is how everything went down.
you. Alright.
The Britzel Beerbus branch was suffering losses and had their budget cut as a result.
Okay.
Manfred, worried about the financial stability of his family, felt himself backed into a corner. This is when he became the Salami Bandit. He made his grand plan of salami smuggling and realized he couldn't do this alone.
Right.
He recruited Boris, since it would be easiest for the bus driver to load and unload the wares discreetly. The bus would go through a customs check at the Salsiccia bus station first. And then Boris would take a detour to get the salami and load it onto the bus. This is why the buses always had a huge delay.
Right.
It wouldn't be easy to talk Boris into crime, so Manfred convinced Sophie to join the team.
Okay.
Boris's obsession with her would make it easy for her to manipulate him into helping with their plan. Everything was going well until the Duck Detective, that's me,
That's me.
infiltrated the office.
It's me.
Freddy was meant to be the scapegoat for the crime, but I'm not fooled that easily.
We're not fooled that easily.
Sophie began getting cold feet and ultimately wanted to confess to the police.
Okay.
Manfred couldn't have this,
Jesus.
so he interfered. In an outburst of panic, he abducted her and hid her in the luggage compartment of one of the buses. And this is why Manfred stole Laura's lunch.
What?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Everything is figured out, but who is truly guilty? Manfred, Sophie, and Boris are all involved in the smuggling. Who should get arrested for their crimes? Manfred was the mastermind behind everything. Should Manfred get arrested?
What do we do here, man? Manfred is the mastermind behind everything, but he was doing it... He was doing it for money, to protect his family. He is.
He is the reason this all started in the first place.
Yeah.
Of course he should be arrested.
Okay, alright.
What about Sophie? Without her, the smuggling wouldn't have been possible. She manipulated poor Boris into taking the salami across the border. Should Sophie get arrested?
Yes,
What she did was clearly illegal.
he was, yeah.
She needs to face the consequences. Boris was at the end of the chain. Had he refused to take the Salami on board, the plan would have not worked out. Should Boris get arrested?
But did Boris know what he was doing? Did he know it was Salami or did he not? He did, didn't he?
He might have not realized what was going on entirely.
Right, yeah,
but that doesn't mean he's not liable for engaging in the smuggling.
but he might not fully
All right,
known.
I've made up my
Oh,
mind.
God.
I will report to the state police. Manfred! Sophie! Boris!
And I do it again! Anything to secure my family's well-being.
I'm not sure grand-scale salami smuggling was necessary for that.
No, not really.
How else was I going to cope with all the budget cuts? If anyone actually worked in this office, we wouldn't have such terrible performance in the first place.
You have a hiring issue.
Hey, I work.
You're too much.
Yes, and then you keep asking for promotions. How am I going to give anyone a promotion if we have people baking cakes during working hours? And while we're at it, Rufus, how dare you embezzle money from the company?
Yeah, see, he's also a problem.
And then threaten me.
That's... Rufus said we're only doing that until his book takes off. And then I'll play the lead alien in the movie adaptation.
I tell you what, I hate all of them.
Look who's going to jail now, Manfred. Not me, that's for sure.
I only like Freddy.
I stand by what I said. I regret nothing.
What is this? If I had known that calling the duck detective would result in this, I would have never done it. You were supposed to find out who stole my lunch.
We
Then
did.
accuse my best friend of smuggling.
She did!
I knew this was a bad idea from the beginning.
So you knew.
Why did Boris have to lose the bag? My
knew.
God, he is such an idiot!
I had no idea it was that important. Why didn't anyone tell me about the plan? You said your cousin was ill, and the only thing that would make her happy was the salsiccia salamis.
So you knew what was in the bags.
I should have known. If you're stupid enough to believe that, then you're also too stupid to bring a couple sausages across the border.
Wow, you really did quack the case, Mr. Duck Detective. You're just as cool as I imagined.
Thanks, Freddy.
Not now, Fredderson.
We did it. Oh my god.
The truth is an ugly mistress.
Eh? I think all
But
three
it
have
is
to go to
my
jail.
duty to throw bread to the fine beak of Lady Justice.
Ooh, people were more lenient on Sophie. No, Sophie's the manipulator. It was always Boris I was debating. That's interesting. People were more lenient on Sophie. No, all three of them gotta go. I actually don't like anyone except Freddy, I'll be honest. That was actually really fun. Stressful in parts because I was really confused, but very fun.
Oh, crap. I completely forgot to collect my payment from Laura. Everybody already went home. How am I going to pay for the bus? Guess I'm walking home.
You are a silly fucking duck, you know that? Freddy!
Need a ride?
I actually quite
I
like
just
Freddy.
booked this one. It's been such a long day after all.
No, thank you.
Come on, it'll be fun! Plus, you must be tired after all the detective work.
I really don't.
Please?
Wasn't he stalking us though?
Yeah, fine.
Do we want him to know where we live? Actually, now I think about it.
Great. Now I finally have time to tell you all about my ideas for your social media.
Oh god.
Please don't.
I could get you tons of publicity.
No.
And imagine, we can team up.
Absolutely not.
And I can be your sidekick.
Oh god, no. Oh god, don't tell me Freddy's back in the second game. Is it? Have we got to put up with Freddy again? We finally cracked the case. We figured out who the Salami bandit was, and we're done. There is a second game, like I said, called The Duck Detective, The Ghost of Glamping. If you like the sound of that, let me know, I might check it out. If you did enjoy this, do give it a thumbs up, always helps me out. Subscribe, put notifications on, that way you won't miss anything, and I'll see you for the next one. Take very good care of yourself. Remember, if you are illegally importing salamis from across the border, don't. Just build a genuinely good bus company, and you won't have to do all of that in the first place. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.